In the previous videos, whereupon we have addressed the vector spaces here. So thereupon we have seen the unit orthogonal set of vectors span the vector spaces, and the orthogonal set of functions, as we have been introduced from the previous video, they will span the function spaces, our current topic here. So for that purpose, let us have a consideration of the three functions defined over a period defined by capital T here, denoted by capital T here. So the assumption here it is that we have the angular frequency denoted generally omega is equal to 2 pi f. So in terms of the time domain parameter here, so capital T is the time period, so we have omega is equal to 2 pi upon capital T. Now the three functions here we are having. The first function is a step function, that is denoted u of t here. So u of t is holding the value 1 for the time span of 0 to capital T. So in this representation, the smaller t is in between 0 to capital T being the time period here. Now next to that, we have the second function defined having the cosine n omega t, the nature, where n is equal to 1, 2 and so on up to we are having 0 to t again for the time parameter t here. Next to that, we have the third function defined with the sine n omega t nature for n is equal to 1, 2 and so on for 0 to capital T, the time span for the time parameter t here. So for the first function, that it is the step function. Next to that, we have the cosine nature function and then the sine nature function. We have infinite number of functions of the sines and cosines, and these particular set of functions are mutually orthogonal in the interval 0 to t. So let us have the verification of this particular truth through some of the examples here. So here we are having the visualization of the three functions for just the time period capital T here. So let us have first of all for the step function, then for the sine function here, and the product of the two for this particular example here. So if we have the u of t is equal to 1 and sine omega t, so here in this illustration, as we have listed the three functions, here it is the first function, the step function, u of t is equal to 1 here. So here you see the amplitude level 0, 0.5, 1 and 1.5. At the marking of 1, we have for the time period from 0 to capital T, the constant amplitude at the level 1. So here it is u of t here. Whereas the second function as described in this particular section here, that it is the sine function, sine omega t, for again the time interval from 0 to capital T. Here it is the mark of capital T. So half of the portion is there into the positive with the maximum value plus 1 here, half of the portion in the negative side with the maximum value on the negative side, that it is minus 1. So both of these particular functions and the multiplication, if it is carried out, the multiplication is shown in the third section here. So you see here for the first function, the amplitude is equal to 1. So all the amplitude levels for the instantaneous small t here, when multiplied to the instantaneous amplitudes at the corresponding levels of the second function, there it is no change. So you find that the pointwise multiplication gives the resulting curve as simply the sine omega t here. Now what is the area under the curve sine omega t in the interval 0 to t as defined for the three functions here? The answer will be 0, because whatever the positive part it is there, the same amount of negative part is also there. So that answer is equal to 0. The same thing can be mathematically described with the help of the expression where we have the integral t is equal to 0 to capital T for the multiplication of u of t sine omega t dt, that is given by the integral sign again t is equal to 0 to capital T instead of ut we are putting 1 here. So here it is 1 multiplied to the sine function here. So instead of omega we are substituting it by 2 pi divided by capital T here. So it becomes 1 into sine of 2 pi t by capital T dt, and this is equal to 0 here. So here we can say that u of t is equal to 1, the first function, that is orthogonal to the second function sine omega t in the interval 0 to capital T. So here we cannot forget the relationship between the angular frequency omega and capital T, that it is the inverse relation here, and in the similar fashion we can show that u of t is equal to 1, the first function is orthogonal to the cosine function as well. So for that purpose we can have the mathematical representation. The pictorial representation can also be avoided here. So here we see that the first one as u of t is equal to u of t multiplied by sine omega t, the integral here it is equal to 0, and u of t into cosine of n omega t dt is equal to also 0 for all the values of n is equal to 1, 2 and so on here. Now if we have the consideration of the third and the second function, that it is cosine of omega t and sine of omega t in the same interval 0 to capital T. So that time it will in turn imply the cosine omega t and sine omega t are also orthogonal here. The mathematical representation here we shall show you. So here we have as usual the integration for t is equal to 0 to capital T and the multiplication of the sine n omega t into cosine m omega t here, and dt should be only once here. This is the typo mistake, and this is equal to 0, and this is for all the values of n, m and n from 1 to 3 and so here. So in the similar fashion we can have the representation just integral t is equal to t 0 to capital T sine n omega t into sine m omega t dt is equal to 0 for all the m and n, that those are unequal here. And also we can have the similar kind of representation by just having the cosine functional representation here. So integral t is equal to 0 to capital T cosine n omega t into cosine m omega t dt is equal to 0. So therefore we have a set of functions here, those have been defined over the time interval 0 to capital T here, such that they are mutually orthogonal here. So with the help of the example that we have discussed here, with the help of the three functional functions here, the functional space is created here, and by using the functional space as we have just now in this particular example, we can have the definition of the orthogonal basis function that will be really very important us for the representation of the signal information with this new theory.